Hello, everybody. This is Peter Palmiotti, and this is Studio Synergy episode 56. It's been a little while. I think the last one I did, and there's my video. I can hear it. YouTube changed it. There was a button you could hit at one point, but here comes my cat. All kinds of challenges. Yeah, you can't just start these smoothly, can you? You can't just be easy. But okay.
I love that. Oh, here comes my cat. Oh man!
All right, she laid down. I got another desk that I put in front of my desk, and I have a spot for the cats to go chill.
What do they like to knock the camera off the desk or what?
No, but they one of them is like very clingy, and she likes to be in my face, so it's like,
oh,
that doesn't work when I'm trying to work at all.
She doesn't care about nothing but having some loving time.
Yeah, but I was out with them earlier. It's like gorgeous out here today in lovely Kentucky. So they're kind of exhausted.
You wear them out a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it wears me out too, but I only have to sit on my ass. So
yeah, there you go. Hey.
So
I wish I could wear these kids out. Oh.
This is your first time being on the show, so introduce yourself and tell people what you're up to.
Hey, I'm Gibran Redinger, and I'm a nobody trying to be somebody.
Oh boy.
Well, I did 10 years of tattooing, and then just couldn't handle it anymore, really. I got tired of doing Pinterest tattoos, and I don't know, you get into tattooing and you think you're getting into an art form and you're going to get to do stuff, and you really become a copier. So it got old, and my lovely wife said, well, why don't you walk away from it and try to start an art career? And she messed up by saying that. But so I've been beating my head against the wall ever since, trying to get something to stick. Having fun along the way, though. That's really about what I do.
You're on YouTube, for those that don't know, and I'll put the link in after the show. But you got your comic, Dune Barbarian.
Oh yeah.
What is that up on?
It's on Webtoons.
Webtoons, that's right.
Yeah, definitely. I need to update it here. Like a couple weeks behind on it. You take a little break, and then all of a sudden you're scrambling to get back to where you were.
Yeah.
It's so easy to I'll just take one day away from it, and the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, you're scrambling to start it up again.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if you saw Jeff Lafferty posted a new video, and that's his pretty much thought. He did the 100 days and was working on his comic, took a little break, and it's like, oh, I should probably get back to that.
Yeah.
So he's working on his I think he said his last page for his anthology story. I recorded a video just before now for my next. Well, it's technically day 71, and I'm kind of behind on my days, but regardless, the story's going to get done. It's 4 pages. How hard could it be?
Yeah, right. 4 pages, huh? Putting some detail into those pages, though.
Yeah, first page is taking me forever. It's like, I can't do this for every page. It's crazy. Yeah. Just got to get it done.
You dump something else right on top of your workload,
Yeah, yeah. I did another Aquaman pinup. The penciler on this is Gary Odd Edmond. And this is the second one. And I don't know, it's like I had intentions of not doing conventions, but going to some. And, it would be nice to have some prints with me, even if I didn't have a table. It's usually somebody I know at conventions. I could sit down at somebody's table for a half hour and say, "Hey, here's a print I did." Or if I just randomly meet somebody in the aisles, I could say, I got this print if you want it. It's like, I see people at conventions and they're like, what do you got? What do you got?
Oh, there you go. No, you don't have an online store?
I do. I got to fix a lot of things across the board. That is one of them. It's still linked to my old checking account. And last time I tried to mess with it, it was a hassle.
Yeah, but I went back to my Store MB page here recently, and it was like, I don't know, I didn't. It was like wanted me to. I didn't go in as like signed into it. I went in, just to get my URL off of it so I could put it in my video, and it was asking me some weird information. It was like wanting me to re-verify, and I was like, I'm not even signed in. What is it? What is it talking about? So I kind of backed out of it, and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. So
that sounds like you're signed in.
Yeah. It sounded like I was signed in, but I double checked to make sure I wasn't. I wasn't signed in, so I don't know. It asked me. First thing it asks is, "Are you a robot?" I'm sure you've seen that before on some web pages, and then it wanted to verify my. I guess I don't know. I want to say my account, but I wasn't signed in, so I don't know. So I just kind of backed out and said, "Well, I won't be putting that on my video." Back to eBay.
Yeah, that's really weird. I mean, I've gotten emails like, "Oh, you're getting cash or whatever." It's like, yeah, BS. It's like you're not my store. You're just somebody trying to make some money off of me.
Yeah. That's that's the big scare of the internet nowadays. But and I got this love-hate relationship with eBay. It's every time, I don't know, I just wish they'd take the money right when I sold it, the piece, because it's always at this bad time of the month when I've got like just a couple of dollars in my bank account, and then here they swoop in and they bounce my account every single time.
It's crazy. Yeah, eBay is something you like, you really need to do on a regular basis for it to be effective. Like, for you to just have money flowing from it.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it does screw up every time. It's like, because I've wanted to post things there, but I'm like, well, if I have to wait 2 weeks for the money, then I'm better off just posting it on Facebook and selling it or something.
Oh yeah, I've never tried selling anything on Facebook. Maybe that's the way they go. They got a marketplace, huh? Or do you just sell it like, hey, I've got this for sale. Hit me up on PayPal.
They do have a marketplace. Yeah, I got a stack of pages from some recent work. The other Aquaman piece, this one when I finish it, that, yeah, I just want to post up and have for sale. Yeah, I was thinking of just making a folder on my Facebook page. The marketplace, it's a great idea, but I don't know how effective it is. I mean, the people that want to buy my stuff are people that know me, not complete strangers.
Gotcha. And I don't know, man, not to sound like a cheapskate, but I just wouldn't want to pay Facebook. I wouldn't want to give them their part. Like, I wish I could just sell this on my own.
Is that how the marketplace is set up? I haven't even looked at it.
I'm guessing they got to get something out of it, like eBay. That's what I'm just guessing. It's like eBay, kind of, where they're going to get some sort of percentage out of it.
I'm not sure. It's because I've been looking on it for a place to live. It's like just to see what's available, not to actually go through there. But
I got you.
Because it shows me all the listings in town, and it's like, half of them are like not pet friendly, so screw that.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. We always go straight to Craigslist, but then you always get these people that are like, "Oh, well, I'm in Africa right now. If you'll wire me, no, I'm not wiring you any money. No, thank you. We'll just keep looking." Because, man, it took a long time to get a place here in Colorado. We thought we'd come down here and just jump right into a place, and I guess the market's booming down here. And, man, 3 months later, we're still looking. Finally got something.
Yeah. That sucks. It's like when I moved to New York to Kentucky. It was only because a friend of mine said, "Hey, you could stay with us until you get a place." So that worked out, because otherwise I would have been totally lost. That was back in 2006, and I was online. I had a computer, but it wasn't as easy as it is today to look things up.
Oh yeah, internet's a blessing and a curse. I remember not having it.
Yeah.
But how would I get anywhere now without a GPS on a phone? I don't know. Have to unfold a map.
I think it's computers are great and internet is great, but I think something is lost. Like, my father, he's passed away, but he used to drive everywhere, and his sense of direction was so on point. If you ask me where anything is, I couldn't tell you. It's like, I don't know. It's past that red building.
Oh, that's like going, "Hey, do you know so-and-so's phone number?" It's like, yeah, it's their name right here on my phone. I don't know the number.
Yeah, I don't know my own number.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I used to be really good at phone numbers and like remembering them, and now it's like us.
Oh man, I remember all that. The day of the payphone. Where are those at now? You don't have a cell phone. You're just losing out, I guess. And the funny thing is we have one cell phone between me and my wife, and I just like keep it. I don't want my pocket ringing all the time. It annoys me.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that. So yeah, I don't. And my wife's like, "You need a phone. I can't ever call you." I was like, "That's what Facebook Messenger's for. I'll be at the house. I'm not going anywhere."
It's the problem with that nowadays is like there's 18 ways to get in touch with people, and it's that much more complicated and convoluted.
Oh yeah.
It's like in the old days it used to be like you answer the phone. You don't know who's calling.
Oh yeah.
It's like
in the old days you sat by the phone hoping somebody would call.
Yeah.
Please call. I want to go do something. I remember back in the day when you just go ride around, because you could Gas was like under $1. What are y'all doing this weekend? We're just gonna ride around.
It's still not bad here, but I'm in a small town in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's over $2. It's like $2.40, something like that.
That's still, man. Then you bring it back under $1. Come on, people. I'm trying to live.
It was under $2, and I was like, "Wow, this is like the '70s."
Yeah,
like,
right.
Before it all went bust.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, the good old internets. But you said you're looking for a place on Facebook, huh? You said they got the ads there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just convenient. It's just convenient. It's like because I've looked, they pop up on the side of your page, and it's just like, oh, that looks like a nice place, and I'd look at it, and it says not pet friendly. No pets, or we take pets, but then you have to pay a charge, and but I'm just kind of more curious what's available in my neighborhood. Like, I would love to get like a 3-bedroom home.
Oh yeah.
It's just me and the cats, but I might have guests.
Have a studio room.
I might have other artists come to town and just hang for a couple of days and work in the studio together and stuff like that. I definitely want one room for my studio, one room for like a real bedroom that doesn't have any studio crap in it, and possible guest room, at least more studio type storage space.
I finally moved out of the closet that I was drawing in.
Did you?
Yeah, just right out of it though. I'm like, because my wife got me this computer, and I was like, how am I putting that in there? And she's like, no, just go ahead and move all that stuff out. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'll just take over the bedroom. So now I have to put all my music equipment into that closet. That it just filled it up with all my music equipment, because I can't let that stuff go, man. That's another thing. Played in a bunch of bands when I was younger, and for some reason I think sometimes I guess I think I'm still young. I don't let any of it go.
Well, I mean, like Kevin Cross has stuck with music, even though he's doing comics for years and art and whatnot, and he's finally got something out of it. I haven't seen the show, but he's on Deadly Class. He's got some songs on there.
Oh hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So, never give up any dreams.
Yeah. Until your significant other tells you to.
Well, no.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
Then you got to make a decision, huh? The dreams or her? Which one's sticking? Yeah, that's one thing, man. My wife's always been behind all this stuff. She's always there to go. Just do it, go for it. It's like Well, I've never changed though. I've always been this guy, so she knew what she was getting into.
Yeah. There were worse things, but it's like I know I'm. It's like I was engaged 5 years, and with my last girlfriend, and we're best friends right now. It's like I'm living in her town essentially, but I know I'm difficult to live with. I know, like, I work weird hours, long hours. I know, like, just the nature of what you have to do to make this work. It's like, I always thought of, like, you think of like Iron Man and Batman. They're always they're always in their caves and working on their stuff, and That's sort of my lifestyle. It's like I'm just working on my comics, and tip of a hat, I can go in and hang out, and it's like if we had plans, it's like, oops, let's do it tomorrow or something.
Yeah. We're homebodies though, and then when we do something, it's just the whole family's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? It's not we're not gonna get a babysitter and have a date night. It's like nope, taking the whole family. It's like I didn't have these kids and get married to leave them at home and go off and do stuff on my own. Big entourage. I made an entourage, and makes me feel important.
Well, yeah, I mean, as I have some good friends with kids, and they take them to convention. They either hang with my friends, or they go off and look around the convention. Depending on how old they are, or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love to just take them to a convention. Never taken them to anything like that before. That and a couple of my little girl's getting old enough now where she's fixing me 10, and I'm like, I want to start kind of taking her to concerts. My wife's like, what kind of concert? You're not going to take her like Cannibal Corpse, are you? I was like, no, I'll take her to something, a little bit nicer than that. But just again, because we bought my little son a drum set, and oh man, he thinks he's a drummer now. I'm like, oh, I'm a drummer. I play the drums. Getting him started early.
Cool.
So it's fun. I made best friends, man. That's what you do. You have kids and you make best friends. Like, you can't leave me. I made you.
Yep.
Like, I think on their level too, I guess. All I want to do is play and draw.
Yep. It's all fun.
Oh yeah.
I wish I got into music a little bit more. Like, it's like I didn't really know any instruments. I took up, I don't know, flute in school. I tried briefly just to learn the guitar. Had a couple lessons by this like biker girl next door that was living next door to us. I just didn't follow through. It's like I was into art and I don't know, reading books and.
So yeah, but you grew up in New York, right?
Yeah.
So you had all this excitement around you. See, I grew up in a small town in Texas. Where you didn't really have nothing to do but either go get in trouble, sit around and play the guitar and draw. So
I was,
guitar and draw.
I was, I was born and bred in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn isn't Manhattan, but I was like close enough to the beach, and we can go there, and they had rides and amusements and freak shows and all that kind of stuff, which was always fun and bizarre to be so like so close to home and have access to all that.
Yeah, see, we got what was it? We got had a traveling carnival that come in, and it was the Rice Festival. That's what we did. We go walk around that thing, and it was always fun. The whole town would be there too, So it was all right. I make fun of it, but I kind of like growing up in a small town like that. I think it built, I guess, certain values for me. Taught me how to, growing up poor in a small town, you learn how to work on cars and just kind of like, well, we got to do this. I was raised by my grandparents, and they weren't going to pay anybody to do anything. We were going to do it. House needs to be painted. Yeah. We're going to paint it. Car needs to be fixed. We're going to fix it. So,
Yeah. So I just looked at the chat, and we have a couple people watching us. We have Squatchy Inc. Commenting, otherwise known as Wes. He says, "What's up, Peter? Holy shit, I am with you on that. I've been tattooing 18 years and lost the passion for sure. When I'm able to create a rad piece, I am stoked. But he's right. Everyone wants Pinterest crap and lettering. Not really what I'm signing up for.
Oh man,
that's new to me. I mean, I've known tattooists, but yeah, I mean, I guess Pinterest is kind of still new at this point. So I can imagine it being used for that. That's kooky.
well, you get these people, at least in my opinion, where it's like somebody gets this one tattoo and they think they're so original, and it's like, but then everybody else wants that same tattoo, and it's like you're losing all this originality in it. It's like how original is your idea of an infinity symbol with the word sister in it? It's like I've done that tattoo like 20, 30 times. It's like they just come in and bang that one tattoo out, and it's just, yeah, you start losing the fire for it. You get into tattooing, you think, I want to be creating all this stuff and drawing all these sleeves. And don't get me wrong, there are people out there that are doing that. But I wasn't. I mean, I did do some sleeves, and I did get to do custom work. You end up building a relationship with a few people, and they're basically like, just tattoo me. What are we doing today? And those are great. But and where I was when I stopped tattooing, I was in a town called Vero Beach, Florida, and it just, I don't know, not a lot of creative people out there with ideas that I was really wanting to do, I guess, so. Not to hate on tattooing too much, but I did get out of it.
Well, it's like anything. And you're dealing with what people want.
Oh yeah,
it's just as good as having clients, and we kind of all know horror stories that could lead to. I mean, this is why I want to do my own comics. It's like I just want to do what I want to do.
But I mean, okay, but at the same time, when you were doing Aquaman, I'm sure you were passionate about it. You were like, oh, I'm on this title, I've read Aquaman, I'm about it,
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that with tattoos. It was like, get them out the door. And then the other thing was, there were certain tattoos I just wouldn't do. Like I wouldn't tattoo somebody's face. I wouldn't tattoo somebody's hand who didn't have a sleeve already. But at the end of the month, I'd swallow all that and be like, man, I got to pay rent, dude. Sit down. You want a spider on your cheek, man? Today is the day. You're getting it. Excuse my language.
No problem.
How it was, it's like, man, I got to pay rent, dude. Today's the day. You'll get it today. And then be back on the first, be like, nope, don't do that. But you did that for my friend. Well, come at the end of the month. But it's true. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just how I saw it. And I mean, and it was also, like I said, I'm kind of downing tattooing some, but it was also it was getting real cutthroat. No one was like, I was tattooing a guy, doing a sleeve on somebody, and another guy in the shop just like blasted a piece right in the center of a sleeve I was working on. And it was just like, wow, where's the camaraderie in this, man? But the same thing. Rent was due. You're going to start jumping on top of people, and it just, so it just didn't work out for me. I'm kind of glad into it sometime.
Yeah, I have a good friend in a small. What's that?
I'm kind of glad it didn't work out for me. It's like I wouldn't be here talking to you.
There you go.
Shop tattooing somewhere right now.
I have a friend in a small town, not too far from here. He had a shop previously, and he had it with other people, and it kind of went that way. It's like, after a while, it was more a pain in the ass than anything. But he started a new shop, and it's him and his sister, and he's doing tattoos, and his sister's doing, I forget exactly what, beauty stuff. And he seems to be much happier, just doing his own thing. And if he has downtime, he's working on comics.
Yeah.
So it's the best of both worlds. Tattoo comic shop.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, when I left tattooing, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna paint. That's all I'm gonna do is paint. And then started getting back into comic books. And it's all downhill from there. Oh,
it's like I really want to paint too, but I'm sort of holding out.
man.
Yeah, it's just I don't have enough time to do what I want to do. It's like
Oh, I can imagine.
So, I always say I'm going to paint when I retire, but it's like I
You
don't
ever
think
going to
I'm.
retire? That's the question.
I don't think.
So my thing is I try to put a deadline on doing Barbarian. Like I was wanting 2 pages a week, and oh man, I don't know how you were cranking out a monthly book ever. That just God was killing me just to do 2 pages a week.
It's definitely a challenge. It's like I want to do a lot of books. I got my passion project retro that I want to do as an ongoing series, and I got other people that want to do books with me, and I sort of want to ink everything and write everything. And I know it's going to be a challenge, but I also know that like initially it's not going to be monthly books. It's going to be when we can get them out. Everybody involved will be doing other stuff above and beyond their one book with me, and so it's kind of like I may pay for a third of your income, but you're going to have to build up the rest of it on your own. But it's kind of I think of it as a kind of a different way of approaching independent comics.
And you plan on crowdfunding the books?
Well, definitely retro, which I hope to do in a month. We'll see. Everything depends on everything else, but above and beyond that, take it book by book. I mean, if it's kind of like I need retro to be financed because I want to pay everybody on the book, and I also want to finance what's beyond that. I mean, the original concept behind Kickstarter is that yes, you fund your project, your comic, your book, your invention, your whatever. And more and more Kickstarters I look at, it's like they're throwing so many rewards at people. It's like, how are you making any money?
Are you thinking about going Kickstarter?
Yeah. I went back and forth and on the idea of maybe going Indiegogo. There's advantages to that, but I've had a profile on Kickstarter almost since the beginning that it was around, and I'm just curious, like taking a shot with it. If it works, then awesome. I'll stick with Kickstarter. If I get then maybe next time I'll go Indiegogo.
How much of retro is done already? I know you've got some pages. I've seen you some inked pages.
Yeah, not enough. Not enough. Yeah, it's just a lot of what was supposed to happen this year. Was supposed to happen like in January, and I'm still waiting for things to click into place or them to happen at all. And that was going to finance a lot of free time for me, essentially. So I just have a little bit of time here and there to work on retro. Not as much as I would like, but I'm sort of thinking that I'm not going to have the book fully 100% done. But I've been sitting on it for so long. I also don't want to wait. So if it's okay with Kickstarter and it's okay with my fans, it's not going to be it's not going to be 100% done. I mean, frankly, if it's fully penciled, it's like 90% pencil.
Oh, okay.
Then I think that that's most of the work in an average comic anyway. So inking isn't truly that bad.
It's gonna be full color.
It's gonna be full color.
Digital.
I'm going for the printed version. We'll see. It's sort of like.
I mean, digitally colored. You gonna do digitally colored?
Oh, yeah, digitally colored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that seems like I was listening to Keith Harper and he was digitally coloring his book, and that's just like, oh my god, I don't think I could do that. That seemed like that. That's where I'd put my fist through the monitor. I'd be so mad at it.
Well, I'm not going to color it. I'm no colorist. But it's like I haven't nailed down a colorist. Essentially, really, like I'm thinking of this one guy, but we'll see. We'll see, because there's great people out there, but I'm not going to pay top dollar. I'm just as far as being a publisher, I'm non-existent at the moment. I'm just going to get somebody who's reasonable but good. I do want it. I do want it to look dynamite. But I know one or two people that could do that.
Cool.
For not like there's some colors out there they charge $100 a page, and I'm like, that's just ridiculous. You can color like a couple of pages a day. You can make a really good living doing that. But yeah, it's really excited about it, and just I've been sort of in the side burner for too long.
Gotcha. I think with Doom Barbarian, I was just like painting it and drawing it all. It's just I just want to get, how it is. You want to get that first book kind of. Not saying I'm trying to rush through it, but trying to get it under my belt so I can, you know what I'm saying. So I can, so I can kind of flourish or blossom into something there. Because, it's like you can sit there and wish I was going to do it all this time, where I could just sit down and kind of start knocking the book out. And I've definitely learned a lot. I've definitely, had a lot of people teach me a lot along the way too. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's like, I'm going to make a comic book. I kind of sat down and went, oh my God, why did I even say that on a video?
I think that's how a lot of people feel. So we got a lot more people. Oh, comments are flying all over the place. Hold on. I have to scroll back. Oh, come on. Ed Dukeshire, it's about time you look at chat. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we're just chatting. We're just working and chatting. I don't have time to look at chat. Squatchy says, totally right. What's up, everybody? Says Ronnie. Enjoy what I can. No community has been more supportive and welcoming than the comic community. Aw, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd say so.
There's no respect anymore. I guess he's talking about in tattooing.
Oh, he's talking tattooing, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Ronnie says, awesome Barbarian.
Thank you.
And Dukeshire says, count me in, Peter. I guess he's talking about retro. You want my copy of Retro? I'll be selling it on the street corner.
There you go. At the back of a car, making money.
Yeah, everybody's saying hello to everybody, and his comic book black belt says, "Hello, Peter. Good evening from the UK." I believe that's Russ. And Ed says, 2 lefty inkers here. What are your chances?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Feast or famine is comic book black belt says feast or famine is usually how it happens. Yes. It's freaking freelance, just it's challenging. It's it's really like it's really great sometimes, and it's really just powering through. And today it's like I'm getting paid on a couple of things, but today it's like I'm just powering through. my coffee breaker's down, my coffee maker's down, and it's like I meant to run to Dunkin' Donuts earlier, but it's not next door. And it's like I'll do it later. I'm actually starting a. You know how some of the guys are doing art checks. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do art check with somebody, but it will be like not public, because I want to commit to the just really like a weekly report with somebody, and really keeping each other to task. It's like, here's my workload. Here's what I'm going to be doing over the next week. It's not about, gaining more viewers. It's not about, it's strictly just, working with somebody, and maybe even connecting here and there throughout the week, but definitely once a week, and making our separate plans about what we're going to be doing, what we're going to accomplish. And because I have a tendency to lose focus sometimes, and like a lot of us, it's like like you were saying about tattooing at the end of the month. It's like at the end of the month, you sort of just like, well, screw all the projects, screw all the deadlines that I've made for myself. It's whatever I got to do to make a buck.
I got to keep the lights on. I got you.
Gotta keep the lights on.
Definitely. I feel that. Well, it's always the end of the month too. I mean, even what I'm doing now, it's like I ignore eBay or the web store, and then at the end of the month, I'm kicking myself in the butt. It's like, oh, why didn't I put this stuff up? Why did I just slack on that? And at the end of the month, I'm just throwing stuff up. Like, please, somebody buy something. Please, somebody buy something. Just to keep going. But it does help. My wife does work, so she's not a slacker like me.
So that definitely does help. It's like that. I miss that about a relationship, like having
that's it, man.
That backup.
But definitely, like I said, but it takes definitely an understanding woman. Most women wouldn't put up with my crap for very long, I'm sure. What, you gonna draw and play the guitar and what? It's like, I'll be home with the kids. I'm saving us on a babysitter, babe. I'm saving us on a babysitter. But no.
I know, you're homeschooling, right?
Yeah, I homeschool.
Yeah, I know some couples that homeschool their kids, and is it strictly for like their early years?
No, I mean, we can go all the way through high school with it. And right now, it sounds like the plan. Yeah.
Oh.
We got this big idea of we're hopes once we get them to high school, we're going to dual enroll them in high school and college. And that's our goal, to kind of give them a good head start to college, figure out what they want to do. But yeah, it's not bad. We also do this more of a old style educating. It's like we do the reading, writing, and arithmetic stuff. It's like, I don't know. And they were in my little girl, actually, she was in public school, but she was, I mean, not to, you know, I dog everything apparently, but she how do you say that? She was bringing home spelling tests, and she was missing like 50% of the spelling tests, and they wouldn't put a grade on it. They just put good job. I was like, no, that's failing. That's not a good job. And so we ended up pulling them out because it's like, this isn't going to work. You know, I don't believe in the participation award. It's like, you got to win or lose, man. You're going to find that out when you grow up.
I don't know if I'm more aware of it or, you know, or what, but it's like I think more people are doing homeschooling.
Oh, yeah. I think public schools are starting to kind of fall apart.
So. And it's like I'm in a town where, like, you know, one of the big things here is that, you know, it's the I'm in Campbellsville. It's like Campbellsville University is a big thing in here, and it's like they're getting, you know, they're knocking down homes and building extensions to the university because it's so big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if there wasn't such a thing as school, you know, what would small towns have that? You know, if this, you know, there's like an Amazon here, but yeah, there's an Amazon here. There used to be a big Fruit of the Loom factory. It's like, it would just be like every other town. It would just be 100 different fast food joints, you know, franchises, and you know.
You said that Amazon. They got Amazon. That's where my wife works. My wife works for Amazon.
Yeah, I did for a little bit. You know, when I was engaged, like, you know, we said I got to bring in some decent money, and yeah, I did that for a while, but it was like, you know, I did seasonal. So it was like Christmas and whatever. But that's brutal. It's like, you know, I mean, technically I'm not supposed to talk about it, but it's a brutal job.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's like the military prepared my wife for Amazon. But yeah, it's like that. You know, people are dropping off there all the time. So,
I mean, you know, it's like I liked it in the sense of, you know, and I've worked fast food, and I worked at, you know, big corporations, billion-dollar corporations. I like systems. You know, it's like maybe because I'm not good at them. You know, I'm trying to create my own company and you know, put things in place, and you know, I am going to have some sort of working system. You know, and I do have a friend of mine who's going to be sort of like managing editor, more just managing creative people. It's like, make sure all these people are on task and yada yada. You know, it's like, I know, like, when it comes time to putting people on books and making a schedule of sorts, it's like I'm going to have enough work to work on my own. You know, I need to get pages inked. I need to write scripts. I need to, you know, promote stuff. You know, just tell me where people are. You know, I need to call up somebody and say, where is everybody at?
Definitely, I could do that. Yeah, we owned a tattoo shop, and you got to be careful. This stuff turns into like, well, at least the tattoo shop turned into a kind of a clubhouse really fast, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, got to be a boss. Got to be a boss. Yeah. So I could definitely see that. So.
So what do you see yourself like on YouTube?
Like where?
Like, you know, you're relatively new to YouTube. How serious are you going to be taking it?
Well, I better start taking it serious because kind of invested some money into it. I'm trying, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I was just posting videos and just throwing them up and just trying to get a little traction. But this year, you know, being at the beginning of the year and all that, and you got to set some sort of resolution and stuff. It was like, I'm going to try to take it a little more serious. That's why, I don't know if you can tell the thumbnails, I'm trying to dress up thumbnails now and stuff like that to try to move a little bit further and try to do a little bit more. Do I plan on making money off of it? Probably not. But
well, I mean,
go ahead.
You know, we everybody who does it, like our circle, knows that that's a long haul.
Yeah.
You know, especially now that like YouTube has changed rules and there's all sorts of things going on with ads and that they're having challenges with. But I mean, you know, if you put out good content that people will find of interest, you know, whether it's YouTube or whatever is 10 years, 20 years down the line, you know, doing the same similar thing. I mean, there's always a way to make money off of it potentially.
Well, I mean, my way of seeing to make money out of it is using it as a commercial to drive the product I'm trying to create and trying to, you know, have something to sell, whether it be just like art or the next book or whatever. Because I at one point thought, you know, I would try to print my own Doom Barbarian and try to sell them like on Store Envy or something. Not run a crowdfunding. Just go out and take the bite, get books printed, and just hold on to them and try to sell them, you know, and try to just push it. But just use YouTube as a commercial for all that. So that's kind of where I see things going. That's what my hope is. But yeah, I'm not really seeing like ad revenue or anything like that. I'm looking to do it more that way in hopes, you know, hoping and praying.
Well, I've been on YouTube forever, and it's definitely challenging. I mean, you know, they changed the rules, and I'm no longer eligible at the moment for you know, for my pennies. But I'm inching up there. You know, it's like I'm keeping more consistent. I'm at least that more serious. I'll be improving the look of it. I do like editing, but everything takes time, and it's like I'm trying to balance things as I go. And you know, if I knew a faster way to edit shit,
I feel you. Because I saw when I posted with the package from Logan Andrews, but to put that little logo to flash my name up on the screen. Now I don't know much about editing. That took me 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I had to download another program that I was like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. And I just
figure out how to do it.
I just watched that video. I was like, that's a nice touch.
It took 2 hours. And I was like, man, you know what? I could have been drawing for 2 hours, you know? Could have been doing something else. But got it up there. You know, so that was more for me than anybody else.
Well, you know, now you know how to do it, and you know.
Oh yeah, be quicker next time. Definitely. But yeah, with YouTube, it's definitely. I mean, I've been improving on everything, trying to get stuff to where I feel like people might want to start watching the videos a little bit more. But the big thing is, and I'm not gonna, the big thing I feel is topic sometimes just seems to be, it's just hard. Sometimes you turn the mic on and you're just kind of sitting there like, what am I going to talk about? I've been trapped in this house for 2 days drawing and hanging out with kids. I haven't done anything, what am I going to talk about?
I talk about the four walls that I see constantly. Yeah, I totally get you. I mean, it's like I'll have a string where I think of 80 topics, and then I sit down at the camera and doing the work, and I'm like completely blank. I know, it's like I have to make a bullet list for myself, not because I always need it, but because of the times when it's like I'm just rambling. I'm just talking about nothing. My show isn't Seinfeld. It should be about something.
I feel you. That's definitely a big thing for me. Sometimes just talking, and that's like probably the hardest thing. It's because even when I'm not doing videos, I'm drawing. Definitely, I definitely try to draw every day. So It's just sometimes, it's like we were talking earlier. Sometimes it's just turning that camera on, and then once you get it on and going, it's what am I going to talk about? And then and then there's only so many speed draws or speed paint videos you can do before somebody's just like, he's playing that damn guitar again. Shut him up.
Do you have a URL? I forget.
No, I was basically trying to push everything through Store Envy. But like I said, I had this hiccup right now with Store Envy. I'm not sure.
No, I mean with the YouTube, is it your name in the link, YouTube link? Like mine is youtube.com/user/Peter Palmiotti. You could type that in.
No, yeah. I don't know. I think mine's a big string of stuff. How did you end up with that?
Well, you go into, behind the scenes and you can change it. I forget. I mean, I frankly did that years ago. I forgot what the hell I did. But you could probably just like type in on YouTube, like, how do you make a YouTube name, or something.
Oh yeah. Go to YouTube and watch a YouTube video on it. I got you. Definitely. Yeah. I think I've got a long string of letters and numbers right now.
Yeah.
I have to go in and change that. I didn't know. See, little things like that, I'm oblivious to stuff like that.
I think might have changed, but I think at the time you needed a certain number of videos or number of subscribers or, that kind of jazz. It will tell you, you look at your stuff, it says eligible, not eligible,
Eligible, huh? Well, I'm probably not.
It's like
60 subscribers.
Yeah, it's.
I love every one of them.
I'm not eligible for Super Chat yet, so if you want to throw me tons of money, I have a PayPal link. It's a PayPal Me link that basically sends you to a page that is 000, and you could type in whatever amount you want. But yeah, I mean, it's like, improve your channel over time.
Yeah.
More things you can do with it.
This is more than just putting videos up. I'm just kidding.
There's so many. Well, I mean, you're talking about. We were talking about topics before, and you don't always have to have a topic. I mean, there are plenty of really interesting. The great thing about YouTube is like there's a wide range of content available, and not all of it. Like a lot of the artists that you do YouTube. Yes, a lot of them have a professional, splashy cover on their videos. They have streamline their videos to have a specific topic, and they cover tips along the way within the topic. And but there's other ways of doing the same thing. I mean, it's like I was watching a while back. There was like a Korean kid who all he did was point the camera on himself when he would go home after school to study. And he's got like, I think it was like 5 million subscribers.
What?
And I mean, he's not talking. He's not talking to the camera. He's just studying. He's reading his books. He's writing down whatever he requires to write down. But it's like, because there's I guess millions of kids out there that think, hey, this is awesome. I could study with somebody.
That sounds creepy. I don't think those are the people that are watching that video, man.
I don't know. It's like 5,000 people. I don't think all of them are creepy, but
oh man, you never know. It's a big world. It's all attached on the internet. No, I don't know. But hey, if it's working for him, I guess I'm doing this wrong. Then turn the mic off. So I'm messing up. I'm talking on this mic.
Well, there's like we could be more controversial, but that's not what I'm into. It's like I'm doing it. I'm producing what as I see it. Like I've always I've watched plenty of TV and always thought it's like, if I was to ever put a TV schedule together, it would be so much better than what channels I watched growing up. There's like 6 or 7 awesome programs, and the rest is crap, and they filler, and so I think of it that way. It's like I'm on YouTube. It's like I want to put together something where somebody can go watch and not be bored and be of interest. Yes, it's a very specific audience that I'm reaching towards. But we have our dreams.
Hell yeah. You're not gonna achieve anything if you don't try, right?
Yeah.
So definitely, and YouTube definitely, it's a strange place. It's one of those things that's hard to figure out. That's for sure. Like you were just telling me that about the YouTube URL. I've never heard that. I didn't know anything about anything like that. You kind of just got to jump in it and hope enough people kind of start guiding you along, or you watch enough videos to figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
Because and most of the stuff that I do is just because people have told me, hey man, try this, hey, do this, try put a better thumbnail on your video, to draw people to watch them, and stuff like that. So it's all come from everybody. Somebody said earlier, it's all come from this comic book community too. All these guys. So I don't know if you can hear my kid jamming out. Yeah. Meow, 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 meow. You had to come by and stick his head in the door and do that. But yeah, it's all definitely this comic book community. It's there he goes. It's how I say, he's it's this comic book community. It's definitely a lot more friendly than the tattoo community was. Because, no one gave out any secrets in the tattoo community. No one was doing nothing like that. And you reach out to somebody in the comic book community, at least on the, on YouTube, and they're usually real quick, and within an hour, they're telling you, hey, this or that,
yeah,
helping you out along the way. So, definitely pretty awesome.
For sure. So let's see. There's no counter on this. I always wonder how long I've been going. Oh wait, I know how.
5 minutes. I'm just kidding.
About 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do it this way. It's not working. Go. Anyway, yeah. I mean, essentially, I'm thinking of wrapping up because I got to get to some other things. But
I definitely, yeah. Cool. I got to start cooking here in a little bit anyway.
Yeah. What are you cooking?
Oh man, probably some chicken and rice.
What are you cooking? Anything good? Nice.
I gotta have that ready for my wife gets home, so she's not mad at me.
I hear that. Well, cool, man. I mean, it's been a lot of fun having you on, and definitely, it's like I can't keep to a regular schedule yet, but as far as these hangouts, but I would like to do them a lot more often than I have been. And like I said, I'll post your link into the description below the video so people can go and check out your videos.
Awesome.
I wanted to mention Logan. Like you in your latest video, you showing off a piece that Logan sent you. Logan just gets on air, essentially talks about what he's worked on, and like he always comments like, "Oh, this is just raw. This is no editing, no nothing." I mean, I think that works great for him, and I think that works for a lot of people I've seen. You don't have to be fully professional, slick, edited and fancy covers and all that. You could just go and post a video. It's like, I guess if anything, this conversation has led to like, if there's something you want to do, if it's being a YouTuber, if it's working in comics, if it's making tattoos, then just go and do it.
Oh, definitely. I definitely feel that, and I want to say thank you for letting me come on here, and Oh,
my pleasure, man.
Appreciate that.
I've been wanting to chat with you, and we could do it offline as well.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought we were going to do this offline anyway, and then I'm just kidding.
Surprise!
What, we're online? Oh man, no. But yeah, it was definitely great. And I'm gonna plug one thing is guys, if y'all haven't, go check out Doom Barbarian on Webtoons. I'm trying to get back in the schedule of posting at least one page a week. As I don't have the next page drawn right now, I say that, but I'm gonna be working on it here pretty soon. I'm just hung up on this Barbarian piece right now, and then I'm gonna be right back into Doom Barbarian. But I want to say thank you one more time for letting me come on, and I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, and it's turning out really nice. The Barbarian piece. Also want to thank everybody in the chat. Thank you all for coming, watching. Please, everybody, hit that like button. I know you want to. And subscribe if you haven't. I know everybody in my chat is subscribed. Yeah, tune in again. I'll be posting another of my 100-day videos later. And everybody have a great evening. Take care, everybody.